At a family dinner, my husband's cousin, a lieutenant, looked me up and down and smirked. "You're in the Navy? Let me guess. Your main job is posing for recruitment posters." A few people laughed. I didn't bother responding. Then his father turned toward me and asked one question. "What's your call sign?" The room went dead silent. My husband's family does Thanksgiving at his aunt's house every year. Big place in the suburbs, long driveway, the kind of home where there's always a candle burning and a platter of cheese nobody eats. About 20 people. Mostly his side. A few spouses scattered in like furniture that didn't quite match the room. I've been coming for 6 years. I like most of his family. His aunt makes a sweet potato dish I think about in July. His grandfather tells the same 3 stories every year and I genuinely don't mind. His cousin is a different situation. The cousin is 31, a lieutenant, joined about 4 years ago, moved up faster than he probably should have, and has spent every family gathering since reminding everyone about it. Not obviously, in the way people do when they're performing humility, always mentioning rank in the middle of a sentence about something else, always steering conversation back to a decision he made, a problem he solved, a superior who specifically noticed him. I'm a lieutenant commander, 16 years. I don't bring it up at dinner. This year he came in talking about a leadership seminar he was headlining the following week, some joint event, mixed audience, personally selected to present. He mentioned it within the first 10 minutes, then again during appetizers, then a third time while his mother was still getting everyone's drink orders. My husband kept refilling his water glass. By the time we sat down, the cousin had covered his seminar, his upcoming promotion review, 2 instances where a commanding officer praised him by name, and a story about a junior sailor who apparently said he was the best leader the kid had ever served under. The junior sailor was 19. The cousin told it like a medal ceremony. His dad sat at the far end of the table, retired Navy, 30 years, Command Master Chief. The kind of man who says very little and still controls the temperature of the room. Barely spoken all evening, just listening. The cousin was mid-sentence about something when he pivoted toward me, like he remembered I was there. He looked me up and down, the way someone does when they've already decided what they're going to say. "You're in the Navy? Let me guess. Your main job is posing for recruitment posters." A few people laughed. His mother smiled. My mother-in-law looked at the centerpiece. My husband looked at his plate. I didn't say anything. Not because I couldn't, because 16 years teaches you that some moments don't need your voice. I let it sit for 1 second and went back to my food. Then his dad set his fork down. Small sound against the plate, barely anything, but the people nearby noticed. Conversation tapered. The cousin was still half smiling when he looked over. His dad didn't look at him. He looked at me. "What's your call sign?" The whole table went quiet. Even the kids at the side table felt the shift. "Quarterback," I said. I watched his face. The recognition wasn't dramatic. No sound, no visible reaction. Just his jaw shifting slightly. His eyes moved to his son, then back to me. And the expression that settled was something I can only describe as grief. The quiet grief of a man watching his son hold a shovel next to a hole he dug himself. The cousin felt the air change. She looked between us. "What does that mean?" he asked. Nobody answered him. A few people stared at their plates. My husband had finally looked up. His dad said it quietly. "The way you say something when you don't need volume to make it land. It means she flew the extract that pulled your uncle's crew out of the water in 2009. The table went completely still. His uncle, his dad's brother. He'd been on that deployment. A night that went wrong in 4 different ways and ended with a water extraction in conditions nobody would have chosen. I knew the mission. I didn't know who was on the crew. I hadn't known the connection until those words left his father's mouth. The cousin's face went through 6 expressions in 3 seconds. I watched all of them. His dad didn't raise his voice, didn't look away. Just said, "You were talking all night. You should have asked a question first." Nobody laughed. The cousin picked up his fork, put it back down. His mother started saying something about the roles. Someone asked about the football game. The table came back to life around the edges, the way it does when people decide collectively to move on. His dad looked at me once more before reaching for his drink. A small nod. No speech, no moment, just a nod from a man who'd said exactly what needed to be said and had no interest in adding to it. My husband reached under the table and put his hand on my knee. I let him.